Welcome back to the Tarot Energy Check-In. This video covers Aries through Leo. If your sun, moon, or rising sign is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, or Leo, these collective messages are for you. Take what resonates and let's see what's coming up in the cards. Okay, we're going to do a quick energy check-in and we're going to go Aries through Pisces just to see what we've got, okay? All right. Okay. All right, this is, let's see, where are we at? Aries. Already? I don't feel ready. I don't feel ready. I don't feel ready. What's going on, Aries? Somebody's sun is involved in something. I don't know what it is, but I'm picking up somebody's sun. Somebody's sun is involved in something? Okay, Aries. If you don't have a sun, don't worry about that. Because it could just be somebody's sun. Maybe it isn't your sun. All right, I know what we'll do. Aries. Okay, so we're going to go with the truth about harassment on the job emerges. Okay, so I'm going to take a cue there. Aries. I don't know how I feel about this. What's going on, Aries? Is somebody harassing you on the job? That's what it's feeling like. It feels like harassment on the job. Sue them, okay? Harassment on the job. We're going to go with the Celtic cross on these. That's where I'm being led. All right, so harassment on the job. Never let that be okay. And that one, I have to take it, don't I? Whatever it is, you're going to come out okay. So this was the first card. Okay, everything is fine in reverse. Six of Wands as the challenge, all right? Everything is fine in reverse. It's not fine. Something isn't over. The challenge is to remain calm and know that you are in the right. Okay? Aries. What led up to this? What's in the foundation of this? Shoot. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. I'm going to take it in the reverse. Something isn't over. Somebody stabbed you in the back. You're getting over that. This could be happening to you or to somebody that you know. Harassment on the job sucks. I have been through that. You know, name the harassment, you know, always comes down to jealousy, doesn't it? Just people can't be happy. And if you're happy, they're unhappy. You're happy. What's in the recent past? Ooh. You spoke up and said your piece. You spoke up. Good for you. Sometimes, you know, we don't speak up and we let things just kind of play out the way they will. Make sure that you can see these as I lay them out. Am I all the way out here? Yes. Okay. Sometimes it's good to be quiet and not say a word and let, you know, foolish people make fools out of themselves. All right. Let's see. What's the crowning influence? What's happening right now? Ooh. There's two. I'll take this one. All right. Knight of Pentacles. Some movement there. Something changing there to your advantage. Wow. Sun in reverse for the near future. That still is very good. So don't worry about that too much. Okay. because the sun in reverse, even though it's a very good card, it's still taking it in the reverse. A little bit of the shine is removed from it. But don't feel bad about that. We're going to clarify it and tie it all together for you. Okay, what does the community, the people around you, the people at work think of this? What are they doing? Obviously, they're not thinking if they... Oh, I don't see a boss here yet, so this seems very petty. It seems like it's people around you. If you're retired, this would be more of a, community situation. All right. What's going on around you in the community of people? The star in reverse. Wow. Okay, so with the star in reverse, maybe you're protected, but it's not like we can be protected throughout life from every little thing. There are still going to be things that happen. Wheel of Fortune. Do you see this? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the way the way things appear and the way the greater community around you see this, they see you as very lucky. You're going to come out on top. They know every dog has his day and your day will come. You're going to be fine because Major Arcana, these things are outside of your control. I don't know why I grabbed this deck to begin with, but now it makes sense to me. Okay, so what are your hopes and fears in this situation? What is it that you wish for and you don't wish for? Like, if you could make everybody shut the hell up, that would be great. Sometimes we can't make them shut up. All right. Oh, wow. You're hoping for more money. You're probably overworked with that Knight of Pentacles and underpaid. All right. Wow. Okay. And for the outcome, Seven of Cups. So, so there could be a bit of an illusion going on. You need to not delude yourself. Whatever's going on is maybe you're hoping that you're making it up. I doubt it. Let's get a summary card. It's spun, but we are into all major arcana here. Okay, so let me give you the summary. The way that I see this is, yes, there's been backstabbing. It is exactly what you think it is. It seems very petty, but it does also seem outside of your control. So if it's outside your control, there's not a whole lot that we can do about it. Okay. So you almost have to let things, the chips fall where they do. You're going to be okay in it. The immediate future with the Sun card says that, the truth is going to be exposed, maybe a little bit more slowly than you hope for. The Judgment in reverse, maybe people aren't going to get their comeuppance quick enough. But I think it will come. Let me look at this. I'm getting another message here for you. I don't know what it is about your sun. Your sun could be in Aries. It could be in Aries rising. It would be something that you already know about. Because I keep getting that energy of your son or somebody's son. This would be somebody younger than you, one generation below you. Okay. What is it about that now that I keep getting that? Okay, so you may have a son or a son type figure that is going through something or just went through something emotionally. Now, again, you'll know if this applies to you, but if that's the case, don't worry because I feel that they're just working on picking up the pieces and trying to get better, okay? All right, moving on to Taurus. I don't want to leave it on that card. Let me make a note of this. All right. Hang on just a second. Make sure I don't lose track of what time it is so that it's a little bit easier for me. All right, we're going to Now go to Taurus energy check for Taurus. Wow. Okay. That wanted to pop out, but I'm not ready. Okay. All right, Taurus, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Taurus, you need to watch. I don't know if it's your blood pressure. It feels like blood pressure to me. Watch your blood pressure. You know, nothing to be too worried about. Those didn't want to go together. Something isn't coming together for you. Taurus, you feel like something is stuck. Your blood pressure is doing something. Things are not coming together. Watch your blood pressure. I don't know what's going on with your foot. It's very likely a left foot. If this resonates with you, left foot. Watch for kicking things, bumping into things. It would be more, I feel like this is, if it's not an ongoing situation, it's a kind of nominal household accident kind of thing. Just watch your feet. Watch your feet. I don't know why I'm getting somebody shuffling their feet. I'm getting somebody who shuffles their feet. I don't know if you're an older person and you're shuffling your feet. Maybe you're wearing house slippers. Let me see what else I'm getting. I'm getting Fox News. Somebody's watching Fox News. Somebody watches Newsmax. Is Newsmax still a thing? I'm not sure. All right. Taurus. We've got that 5 of Cups again. Taurus, do you have a young person in your life that's also going through something? I'm going to take that one because it decided to slip out. And let me get a cue here. Bad business deal. Okay, so somebody's involved in some kind of a bad business deal, or the bad business deal could be connected to you or to someone. Maybe the bad business deal doesn't have to be that, you know, you're a business owner, business person. It, you know, bad business deal to me could mean that some investment of money, time, effort, maybe even raising children just feels like a bad deal right now. Okay, let's look at it. Oh, what the heck? You saw me shuffle, you guys. Everything is fine, but it's not fine. Okay, so there's some kind of backbiting. Ooh, okay. As a challenge, we have the 7 of Wands trying to hold your own. Hold your own. The challenge is trying to keep everything under control, trying to keep people from coming at you. Watch your feet. I can imagine. I'm feeling frustrated for you. Okay. What's in the foundation of this situation? There's 2 cards. I'm going to take. Oh. Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. So, you know, this to me means that there is news, some information. It could be health related, doesn't have to be health related, but there's some information that comes in that isn't what you want to hear. That's the foundation here, that something isn't working out, something of the mind, something about communications. This could be about the mental health of somebody close to you. Why? Ooh. Seems like you're going to have to battle against whatever this is anyway, right? Fading influence, we have the King of Cups. So if this is a love situation for you, there could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be a male, but he's cute. He looks like a male to me. It could be that you're concerned about cornered. Ugh. Sorry about that. I don't like it when other readers make that kind of banging sound, and I just did that to you. Okay. King of Cups could be, you could feel like you've got a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, possibly male, that while you're battling and doing it all on your own, he's chilling. You know, he's sitting in the chair watching Newsmax or Fox News. Maybe you're connected to that person. Flip and switch the gender roles as you will. You guys know how to do that by now. What's the crowning influence? What is it that is at the top? I really feel like this is going to be something on your mind. Okay, so what's on your mind, on the top of your mind? What is the crowning influence here, Taurus? Bad business deal. Maybe you're going to have to make a deal. Maybe it's a deal that you don't want to make. Tarot of the Modern Witch. All right, Taurus, bad business deal. Everything is fine. No, it's not. Everything is fine. No, it's not. You're holding your own. The challenge is holding your own. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So you're feeling like, everything is against you, that you're at the bottom of everything. You just feel like you can't get on top of or above. You can't even really get a good view of what's going on. There's definitely another person in your energy. I don't know if this is a younger person. I don't know if it is this. The King of Cups kind of seems inconsequential. Or, maybe you just feel like this person annoys the crap out of you. What's in the near future? Energy check-in for Taurus. My name is Rita Evelyn Yanez. If you'd like a reading, you could head over to ritayanez.com. I have been working on readings for people. Those are delivered within 24 hours. Now, when you email me directly, and that's fine, I may not see that as quickly as I would if you go directly through my website, ritayanez.com. There will be links below. You can see the different offerings. You can also order a pre-recorded video from me, which is a minimum of 30 minutes. And also you can schedule an appointment to have a phone reading from me. So that's when we sit on the phone. All right. So near future, the video readings are delivered within 24 hours, if I didn't tell you already. And again, if you email me directly, it makes it a little bit more difficult because I have to kind of vet that out and make sure you are who you are. And then I'm going to refer you back over to the website to make the appointment and to make the payment, that kind of thing. All right, they're minimum of 30 minutes and they're $40. If you want to talk to me on the phone, that's $50. If you want a coaching session, those links are there as well. All right. Doesn't want to talk about the near future. What is it that's coming right up? Oh, it is in the challenge position for your visual entertainment. I'm going to move it upright. I feel good about that. You're thinking about a home. You could be relocating. You could be looking to rehome someone or something. Things are pretty stable. It looks like if you need to move, if you're going to move, if you're moving somebody, that works out. I don't know if that's this, right now seems like what you're worried about, what you're trying to keep under control. It seems like it has to do with somebody younger than you. And if it isn't somebody younger than you, then it is this King of Cups. I mean, he could be younger than you. All right. What does this look like from the outside? The general consensus energetically. All right. What is the current situation here? Good for you. We have the Sun card. Everything is going to work itself out. Just make sure, again, that you're watching I don't know why I really get this strongly about your left foot. It is the left foot. Okay. So, just feet, foot in general. Okay. Now, what does it look like? The greater picture around this, the energy surrounding that Sun card. I'm happy to see that for you, Taurus. Now, obviously, this is a collective message, so, it's going to just be a little bit looser and use your intuition as I use mine. Okay. Oh my gosh. A new beginning. A new beginning that's associated with some kind of a house, a structure, foundation, maybe the business deal that you don't want to make that, you find yourself kind of having to work through has to do with some stability foundation. It could be the beginning. It could be a relationship. It could involve this King of Cups over here. I don't see you here yet. Wow. All right. So the new beginning is good. It looks like there's something that begins anew. Maybe this is a new cycle for you. It does seem to relate to property, real estate, or some kind of housing situation, home. All right. Some days are good, some days are bad. Sometimes we're the bug. Sometimes we're the windshield. Almost. Let's see. What are your hopes and fears in this situation? If you're having difficulty with your roommates, it seems like more petty, it seems annoying to me. Maybe you feel like I got to get away. I want to get away. I would like to live in my own place. And that's what I'm going to do. Maybe that's how you feel about that. Hopes and fears on this issue. Oh, okay. So we have the Eight of Swords. So you feel trapped. I don't know what you're feeling trapped about, but it seems to have to do with this housing situation, the roommates, the people. All right, let's get an outcome for this situation. You know, it's a hope and a fear. So I'm sure you don't hope to feel trapped. Okay, so the issue is Page of Pentacles in reverse. So the issue is that you feel like you don't have enough money to make this happen. And you may not have the money to make this happen at this time. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune reflecting it, you know, maybe it's just not the right time. If you're looking to get away from some, you know, roommates, you just don't have the finances to do it, or you find out that it's going to be more expensive than you thought. All right, let's see. Can we get a summary for this for Taurus? Nope. Wow. Okay. So we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands tells me that you're in the planning stage and that you're going to need to maybe plan a little bit more. But I think the solution is soon upon you. It's on the way. Let's see if we get anything else about this. Maybe moving in with these people is a bad business deal, or people that you live with or something. It's definitely about somebody's housing situation. Okay, now we've got the Two of Wands in reverse. You're definitely feeling like, you know, this was a good idea at the time, but I really want to be alone. I would like to stop fighting with you people. Maybe you live with a female and a male. Maybe there's multiple people here. You could be living with 4 people. You could be one of 4 people. Let me get you one more before we move out of this energy. What do I want you to think about here? Oh, boy. Yeah, there's arguments here. What are you arguing about? What are you guys arguing about? It's just you're pissed off, or they're pissed off, or somebody's hormonal. I don't know why I'm getting hormonal. That's never an excuse, people. I don't like that. Don't make hormones an excuse. Okay. So this is where we'll leave it. We've got the Two of Pentacles that, you know, maybe you're going to have to stretch those finances a bit more than you'd wanted to, or what you anticipated. But if you're looking to relocate, move out, I really feel like I'm getting a young energy here, or at least younger than me, and I'm much older than you probably. So I think that you're just going to have to figure out, kind of like I'm doing this because it's like pulling taffy. You know, you're going to have to make this work. All right. Okay. So moving along to Gemini. Okay, so where are we at? Gemini. Let's make sure these are shuffled. How are you, Gemini? I see that Temperance again, and the Two of Cups. You know, you may not be getting along with somebody that you're in a relationship with, and it seems like you want the relationship to work, but Temperance in reverse, somebody's drinking. Somebody could be drinking a lot. You could be an air sign. You could be cross-watching for the Gemini. I'm really getting somebody drinks. Somebody drinks and you don't know about it. Maybe you drink and you're hiding it from somebody, but I really feel like this isn't you. This is somebody else. How do I feel about this? I know what I saw. Okay. All right, Gemini. Again, with the Two of Cups, a new beginning, the Fool. Huh. Let's just make sure that these are nice and shuffled for Gemini. And again, I am Rita Evelyn Yanez. I'm exactly who you think I am. All right. Somebody may need to change their thinking. Somebody may need to change their thinking on something. What do you need to change your thinking on, Gemini? Four of Cups, apathy. Two of Swords in reverse, not wanting to face the reality of a situation. All right. Let me get a cue. I never know what I'm going to do, but I do it. Oh, boy. Oh, are you kidding me? All right. So I've got one of the 48 laws of power. Law 35, master the art of timing. Strike when conditions are perfect. Okay, so there's something that you need to do, but the timing has to be right. All right? Somebody's daughter, if you have a daughter that's old enough to opine, may have an opinion that you may want to listen to because something has to change. Something has to change, but the timing has to be right. Okay, Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, we've got a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in the reverse. This is a very selfish person. This is a very over-emotional person. Let's say if we don't call her selfish, she's very over-emotional. This is a person who could be hormonal. Maybe you're hormonal. Male, female, doesn't matter to me. Because look, everybody is either straight, gay, one version, and, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, for this purpose, but the timing is everything here. So I don't know, maybe you're surrounded by somebody who's a female or has feminine traits and she's emotional, and Queen of Cups in reverse can be difficult to deal with because she's emotionally manipulative. Are you dealing with somebody who's emotionally manipulative? Gross. Oh, okay, Gemini. She could be the one drinking. Somebody's drinking. Oh, challenge is the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups as the challenge. You want a happy home. You want a happy life. Maybe you have small children. Maybe, your idea of a happy home and a happy life and a 10 of Cups is really just peace and harmony. Maybe you saw a rainbow recently. All right, let's see. What is this, Spirit? What is the foundation of this situation? We're going to take it 9 of Cups in reverse because something that you were hoping would work out a certain way has not worked out that way. I'm really getting that drinking energy. Does somebody drink? Somebody drinking around you? Are you kidding me? Are we just going to get this frickin' all night long? Okay. Everything is fine, but it's not. It's getting better, but it isn't. Maybe it wasn't as bad as you thought. Lord have mercy. What is up with getting that card now? Okay. So what is the crowning influence? Somebody drinks Crown Royale. Watch the drinking. Drinking could just refer to melancholy. Drinking, could also refer to drugs, delusions, avoidance. Drinking for me could mean trying to escape the reality of a situation. What are you trying to escape, Gemini? Okay. The Empress in reverse? Oh, boy. Okay. Empress in reverse. Current situation you're dealing with or associated with. There's a bunch of erasure. Somebody's trying to erase something. Somebody's trying to make it go away, probably with the drinking. Okay, Empress in reverse, very selfish, very indulgent. Somebody could be overweight. Somebody could be indulging too much. Somebody, with that Venus there, somebody who could have a prominent Venus in their chart. You don't have to be African-American. You don't have to be beautiful. You could be African-American and beautiful. Okay, near future. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have the Chariot in reverse. So something isn't moving forward the way you wanted it to. I know, I usually say law enforcement card, but this is also about not having a victory, not feeling victorious, not being able to move something forward. Maybe something involves the law, the legal system, the justice system, attorneys. I don't see other attorneys out here, so all right. All right, what are the surrounding influences? Oof. Okay, so we have the Moon in reverse. So I think that something is becoming clear to you. I think that, you're starting to realize that things have not been what you thought they were. Maybe you thought that things were different, that they would be clearer, that they would be easier. That's a major arcana there with the Chariot card. Tell me a little bit more about that, Spirit. Why? What surrounds this? Maybe people are saying that you're delusional or something's delusional, or maybe you're getting some advice from your daughter or somebody's daughter, some female. Maybe you're getting information that you're like, boy, have I deluded myself? Like, was I wrong all this time? Was I not seeing things clearly? Boy, I'm not going to take them because I didn't feel it. Okay. Let's try again. Surrounding information, this master the art of timing, having to strike when the iron's hot, but not striking too quickly. Gosh, please don't jump out that way. Okay, don't jump out that way. Somebody needs to take good care of their children. Maybe watch after, actually do the parenting. Somebody's not parenting. Somebody's hormonal. What is with the hormonal thing? Stop. Stop with that. Stop. Okay? You could schedule a coaching session. I will coach your ass right through that. Okay? Because you need to knock that off. I'm not saying it's easy. Somebody could be, perimenopausal. Maybe menopausal right now. I remember realizing something was different when I was about 40, but then it wasn't over for so long. Okay. People in my family have been very fertile all through, for too many years, after even the onset of the perimenopause. Okay, so now we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's really feeling like maybe they just don't have what they need and they don't want to be alone. Maybe I feel alone. Maybe I can't move myself forward. I have deluded myself in some way, thinking that everything is fine, but it's not, but it wasn't so bad. Maybe somebody making a bigger deal of things than they needed to. All right, 9 of Pentacles, hopes and fears. Oh my. Okay. 9 of Swords. There's scripture that indicates that worry will not add more good to your life. It doesn't extend your life by an hour. Of course, we worry about things. I worry about things. Everybody worries about something somewhere at some time. It's how long are you going to let it affect you? 9 of Swords in this position, it's almost like I don't want to say much ado about nothing because we have that 9 and 10, but I do want to say much ado about nothing because everything is fine in reverse. In the Tarot of the Modern Witch, there's 2 10 of Swords. Huh? Okay, pay attention, Rita. Okay, so somebody is really thinking that something is a nightmare. Maybe somebody's living with somebody who has a nightmare, has darker skin. I don't know. Is it a nightmare, really? Maybe, somebody could be, say, having car trouble. Okay, that's a terrible thing. I understand that. But at the same time, it doesn't destroy your life. I mean, now, if you can't get to work, you're going to have to pay money to call an Uber to get you there or do whatever. You see what I'm saying? But in the grand scheme of things, this is a blink in the eye. Blink of the eye. Okay, so what's the outcome here for Gemini? 4 of Swords. You need to frickin' rest. Somebody needs to rest. Somebody's holding their head with their arm. Somebody could be having trouble with their head or their arm, having headaches. 4 of Swords. You need to rest. It's, sleep on it. Rest on it. Think after you've rested. Somebody's dehydrated. Okay, so art of timing. What's the summary card here for Gemini? Gemini, you may actually need to go to the doctor, if you really can't get a handle on something that is hormonal, or definitely if you have some drinking issue, you need to figure that out. Nothing wrong, I'm sure, with having a drink once in a while, but, drinking to sustain equilibrium is completely a different situation. I get a lot of drinking there, okay. Somebody's drinking. Okay, the summary is the 5 of Pentacles. Somebody feels like they're just kind of out in the cold. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm together with somebody and maybe we don't like our home church. Maybe we don't like what we're doing. Maybe I don't like you. You don't like me, but we're together. I don't see a whole lot of extreme relationship anything going on, so this could be a sense that you feel like you're out in the cold. Maybe it's going to snow soon and you feel like you can't accept the changes that are coming. I'm not going to let you sit in that energy. Let's see. All right, we'll take these 2 and call it good. Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles in reverse. So, something here, some worry has to do with financial matters or news or action that must be taken. Maybe that some financial news, some juggling that you have to do, some juggling that's been done, two or more parties involved in this financial situation. It's just not working right, or you've deluded yourself into thinking that it would. If this isn't a financial issue, it could be a whole lot of stress. It could be because somebody's drinking too much. I hope it's not you, and maybe has a hangover. That looks like a hangover to me, that Four of Swords. And if it isn't about drinking and those kinds of delusions, it's really about having to face that you are in control of everything, including the timing. Remember, strike when conditions are perfect. Maybe just thinking about the art of timing, maybe needing to take some time out to figure out what you're going to do. But, I really get a lot of emotional imbalance here. Somebody's emotionally imbalanced. You don't have to be male or female. I mean, you could be a toad. It doesn't matter. And things aren't progressing because something needs to change. When will it change? I think it will require you to think about this. Somebody has children that they need to take better care of. I really get that. It's not going to be for everybody, obviously, but somebody needs to take better care of their children. Maybe the imbalance is with the children. Maybe you have a partner, who is drinking a lot and is not helping you, and something needs to change. All right. Moving on to Cancer. All right. Cancer. Oh, Cancer. My heart feels a bit heavy for you, but not too much. What are you procrastinating on? There's something you're not taking action on. There's something you need to fight through, and it's going to be the Emperor in reverse. You're dealing with an Emperor who's a dick. There's an Emperor here who's out of control. You feel like you have to kind of battle them already. Okay, so you need to stop procrastinating on something that you need to do in order to defeat the Emperor, get away from the Emperor, do something with the Emperor. Don't hit the Emperor over the head. Five of Wands, we got the fighting, and the Eight of Swords, the prison of the mind. Cancer rising. Okay, so these petty arguments and things, they're petty. Five of Wands is very petty. It's competition. It could be competition in your field, but we did have the Emperor there that I saw. Okay, Eight of Swords, prison of your mind in reverse. You can get free, but you're not getting free because you're procrastinating. Why are you procrastinating, Cancer? I know that was a whole lot. Holy Spirit, holy angels, thank you, Father, for the gifts that you gave me that were given to me for me. All right. I love Jesus. You love Jesus. Cancer loves Jesus. Cancer, they tend to be very spiritually attuned, when they're well and whole and not out of control. And I didn't mean to rhyme. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. I'm a lyricist. Okay, so of course I'm going to rhyme. Okay. Cancer. What are you procrastinating on? Getting away from the Emperor in reverse. Are you at a job that sucks and you got a boss that's on your ass? And, don't quit I had to quit a job. I did actually give notice for months before because I could just see it deteriorating, and I was waiting for the new bosses to get there. And then they still screwed me over on over 20 days of accrued pay. And, I was hoping that they could pull it together, see, do the right thing, and they haven't. But there were people that were also lying, so, well, do you have a situation like that? Is that what it is? Is that why I'm getting this? The Emperor in reverse, Emperor could represent your father figure, could be a spouse, but we'll have to see how that looks. You will be victorious once you stop procrastinating. Do you see this? You're going to have to look at it for what it is. What are you going to do? If you're at a job that you hate, what are you going to do? Wait for them to fire you? If you are, in a situation with a person who's trying to control you and control your life, you're going to wait until they take full control over you. Okay, because it's not, whatever the situation is, it's not even a happy situation. There's no happy family. There's no happy home. If it's not about home and family, you'll have your wish once you do something. Okay, do something. All right, let's get a cute. You are healed, okay? But you're going to take, you got the star. You are healed. You're okay. There's nothing wrong with you. All right, let's see. Celtic cross for Cancer. Who's procrastinating? Whoa. Having to make a freaking decision because you need to make a decision. Make a decision. We'll find out if this is love related or not, you guys. By now, most of you who watch me will know I'm not going to teach you the whole way. You know, you need to use your intuition. The Death card, because look at that, 2 major arcana, because the situation is not going to get better. It won't improve. It can only transform. The challenge is, why are you sitting on stagnant energy that does not change? Because you're procrastinating, you're healed. You don't need to heal more. You're already healed. I mean, we heal every day. What's the foundation of this situation? Wow. Okay. We're going to take those two. Okay. We have the Hermit. Okay, so I'm going to take it this way. You could be dealing with a Virgo. It doesn't have to be a Virgo. It could just be somebody who like works from home, works online. You know, somebody who's like starting to come out of the shadows. Somebody who's starting to take a leap and taking some action. In the past, you took action, but look, you're not taking enough action because there's procrastination here. All right, you're trying to take some action. You're moving forward. You want to, you keep trying to, but you keep getting stuck on a decision. What is that? Well, it's changing. Let me put it here so you can see it. It's changing. We've got the 8 of Wands. Whether you like it or not, here it comes. Somebody could tell you, get on your motorcycle and go, because I'm done with the procrastination as well. Something here has to do with the 6 of Cups, somebody from your past, something about a home, something about your father, something about you as a child. You know, somebody about an older sibling. Doesn't have to be about childhood or people in the past. It's just this structure of the past, of home, of family, of origin, of nostalgia. Maybe you lived in a yellow house that looked like this. Okay, so right now with the Magician in reverse, you don't feel powerful enough to do this. Well, you are powerful enough. With Jesus, you've got everything. Talk to Jesus and say, order my steps, man, because I need help. And it's going to be okay as soon as you make that decision to do that thing. Maybe get away from that Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse does not change because Emperor in reverse thinks he's right. All right. And Emperor in reverse is not taking care of his community, his family, the people, the situation. He's of no service to the community, of the family, of the situation. What are your hopes and fears? We'll take it because it tried. The Queen of freaking Pentacles in reverse. You know, maybe there's a woman involved in this situation with the Emperor who feels like the Emperor is probably a tiny Emperor. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, somebody who just wants to hold on to her pentacles and be as selfish as possible. Does that ring a bell? Okay, so let's see. What is the outcome here? I think you're going to break out of it. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. The outcome is the 3 of Wands. Okay, so that again is talking about you know what you have to do, so do it. I know it's very easy to, get stuck in a level of procrastination, and it could be for so many reasons. It could be intermittent depression. All right. Let's get a summary here for you. It's just procrastination. You're fine. Okay, so for the outcome, Knight of Swords in reverse, like this, you may have to communicate something here and it could turn into a huge argument. So please avoid that at all costs. I know I am never going to tell anybody, don't argue your point. And if you need to stand up for yourself, I'm not going to tell you to sit down. You should stand up. Not everybody wants that. Not everybody appreciates that. Not everybody will understand that. What do you care? At the point that there's already some information coming or somebody's giving you news or some, taking some action, then you need to do something about it. That's why you need to remain steps ahead at all times. You don't have to be paranoid. Okay, damn. Yeah, we've got the King of Swords in reverse. So Cancer, you need to make a decision before somebody who's unfair makes the decision for you. All right. Moving on. Wow. But you're healed, okay? You're fine. Okay, moving on to Leo. All right, Leo. Oh, I love Leo. Okay. I've got a Leo little boy. He's a Taurus, but he's a Leo rising, and he's more Leo than my youngest. I love him so much. Ultimate performer. All right. Leo. Leo. I'm getting a little melancholy here, Leo. I don't feel your usual fire. Excellent, lovers. I don't feel your usual fire. Huh. I'm going to take that. It didn't pop out, but it was facing the wrong way. Every time I say wrong orientation, people start to think. Leo, is somebody having some orientation ideas? You don't know what gender you are? Don't know what gender you're attracted to? Get it together! Okay? I'm not saying that there aren't conditions where people really are confused, okay? But I don't think you're confused. I think you're misguided. Because everything nowadays, it's like, I feel so sorry for the younger generations. There's too much everything. Homeschool your children. Homeschool your children. I never in my life would have thought I would say that until now. My kids are all grown and gone. My eldest is going to have a birthday Saturday. My beautiful Montgomery is going to be 32 years old. What is this? 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like you're putting in a lot of work into making something grow. It's not growing. Leo. Leo rising. You like plants. Maybe you don't have plants and you miss them. Okay. Let's get a cue. I can't see it all. Deaf leading the blind. Okay. What did I say? Somebody's misled. Somebody's misled. It could be about sexual orientation. Okay, I don't like to get too far into that because it's very complicated and it's unfair for me to try to create a synopsis around something that's so complicated. There's perverts out there. Okay, I will always tell you I know what the perversions are and why people do what they do. Okay, deaf leading the blind. All right, let's go. 7 of Pentacles. What is it that you put so much work into that isn't working out? Wow. Into something of a financial nature. It doesn't have to be about money. It's about, the tangible things that you can hold in your hands, some action that you want to take, some offer that you want to make, something you need to do. The challenge is doing something. What is in the foundation? Are you kidding me? Okay. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Sorry. Oh my, if anybody knows me, know that I laugh all the time at everything, at myself, at everyone else, at nothing, at something. Okay, so it's fine. It's not as bad as you think. Deaf leading the blind? Somebody's confused. Somebody's been influenced. Okay. What is in the fading? Oh, okay. So here we go. So you need to make a decision. You need to see things clearly. You need. What was I saying? Pick a side. Know what you're doing. Stop with the confusion. There's no confusion. I mean, social media is confusing. Movies are confusing. There's so much disgusting everything out there that nobody can even be normal anymore. And then when you're normal, it's like me. I feel like a freak of nature because I have 0 tattoos. I have no tattoos. I have no extra holes in my body. I don't want tattoos. I will admire them on you. I don't want extra holes in my body. I'll admire them on you. Okay. I feel weird. I don't know. It's kind of different now because now even Kat Von D is like covering herself in black ink to cover up the tattoos because she wants to be different because she's not different enough anymore. I don't know. Does somebody like Kat Von D? Is your name Kat, Katie, Catherine? Leo, Robert, Bobby? Okay. All right. Let's see. Somebody's got a red motorcycle. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Somebody feels kind of like out in the cold, but they're really not. It may make a decision. Mama. Okay. Mama, yo quiero. Mama, yo quiero. Mama. La chupeta. Somebody's Brazilian speaks Portuguese. Okay. So somebody's name is Carmen. All right. 6 of Swords in reverse. Going back to the... No. Okay. But that's what's happening. Somebody, you could be on the outs with somebody. Somebody could be on the outs with you. Somebody could be returning from the past. You could be returning to something just... I don't like going back to the past. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of this Diet Coke. I don't usually do that, but I don't mean to be rude. Okay. All right. So returning to the past, going back to, some conflict, some words have been exchanged. And the near future is kind of going right back to where we were. I don't think I like it, Leo. Okay. Revisiting something. Somebody's visiting? Oh. Okay, so now we've got the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is news, news about finances, discussions about finances, a token of affection, a small gesture of appreciation, some news. Watching your finances, paying attention to the finances. Maybe you wear green corduroys. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what surrounds that. Oh. Whoa. Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords watching this Six of Swords. So, again, the words, the watching and the words, and kind of like, what, you're coming back here, and I don't know how I feel about that. Just because you're coming back or I'm returning, like, whoa, watch it. Okay. So we've got 2 pages in a row. You could have children. You could have 2 children. You could have a girl and a boy, or androgynous. Let's not do that to the children. Children, oh, shoot. Okay, so now we have the Tower and your hopes and fears. You just feel like something's going to be a damn disaster, or that it's just like a shit show already, and that it's just going to become more of that. Let's see. Deaf leading the blind, Leo. What's the outcome here? Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. It doesn't go as bad as you think. It doesn't go as bad as you think. Maybe returning to the situation heals the situation. Let's get a summary and see where that goes. I like that. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's family. That's legacy. Moving your mama into your house. Okay, so we've got, happy family. Somebody likes Ellen DeGeneres. Okay. Somebody's name is Ellen. Somebody's generous. Okay. We'll take it. Okay, so we have the 7 of Cups. Very good, Leo. Okay. Let's summarize this, because I'm going to need to stop here in a second. Everything's going to work out. You may have to return to a situation in order to make it better. I think I'm going to stop right there with Leo, because I'm going to run out of time. I will continue in the next video with the next set of them, but just go ahead, return to the situation, let the situation return, whatever it is, by talking it out and being vigilant. This will work out for you. Okay, it looks like it works out. Whatever it is,